Welcome back to Walls Today, where Walls Today is Times of Lore, a 1988 release running here on the Apple IIe and Virtual 2. From Origin Systems, it's Times of Lore, an action RPG from Chris Roberts, who you may know from other games like Wing Commander, but here he is on one of his big early titles, Times of Lore, which I never encountered back in the day. We've got to chisel the title into the title screen. We're playing it here on the Apple II, but it also came out for the Atari ST, C64, Amiga, ZX Spectrum, DOS, Amstrad CPC, and even the NES. So we got a joystick hooked up. So we can start a new game or return to Times of Lore. I'm going to do start new game this time. Get into it. But first, we've got to do a lore dump. In the kingdom of Albereth, chaos stirs in the land. 20 years past, Valwyn, the High King, had newly ended the 10-year war, driving back the invading barbarians. Longing for rest, he departed for the homelands in order to renew his strength. The king left the lands in the care of his steward, a trusted lord of the kingdom. The king never returned. As the only child of a woodsman and his wife, you have seen the troubles that the High King's absence has brought upon the weary land. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of this. You can do that if you want, but long story short, the king's gone. We've got, you know, the usual invading hordes that we've got to find some artifacts to rescue the kingdom, etc., etc. I think we got to find some maybe tablets at the start here. You got joystick or keyboard controls here, but now we can choose our character. Okay. We got the Knight, a Valkyrie, and a Barbarian. You want to go for? I'm gonna try the Valkyrie this time. Let's see. All right. Though you grew to womanhood far from your people, none could deny that the warrior maiden's heritage of courage and ferocity was yours from birth, and thus the adventure begins. And now we got to execute a disc flip over to side B, so I will see you on the other side. All right, here we are back on side B of Times of Lore. I'm going to press a button to continue. Let it load up to the second title screen. And then we can get into the game. It's kind of a top-down RPG from Paul C. Isaac for this port, the Apple II port here. We've got, as you can see, a day-night mechanic indicated by the tiny landscape there. Welcome to Times of Lore. We can press button 1 to attack here. Use our joystick to walk around, and then we can press button 2 to get into the menu here. We can look, talk, pick up, or no, that's drop, yeah. And this is pick up, and then we can use, give, inventory, or system. So let's check our inventory. We got nothing. We're holding 78 gold coins and 3 portions of food. Food is also important because you're constantly eating food. As in a lot of RPGs of this era, you're just always eating food. If you run out of food, you'll start to run out of health, and when your health goes down, the candle goes down. When the candle runs out, you die. So always good to know. It's midday. Okay, let's go check out this status. Let's check our score. Got 10 points right off the bat. That's good. Let's go down the stairs. Let's start exploring Times of Lore. But yeah, I never really encountered this back in the day. Apparently, went on to influence some other Ultima games. Chris Roberts before this worked on Ultima 5, I believe. Let's talk to this prior here. And he says, "Greetings, adventurer. A burden rests heavily upon my heart, and so I humbly request your aid. 2 weeks past, a caravan was sent from Ryder, bearing the foretelling stones." Yeah, so we got to find the foretelling stones. The caravan was raided by orcs in the dark forest, and the stones were lost. Please seek out these brigands and regain the stones for the kingdom. Will you accept this task? So let's talk and reply yes. I do wonder what happens if you say no. Thank you. I foresee a true greatness in you. Okay. Good to know. Let's do some chit chat. You're looking rather well today. Why, thank you. Okay. So that's about rumors. Anything around the kingdom? Doesn't know anything about that. Okay. Let's talk to the innkeeper. Greetings and welcome to the Frothing Slosh Tavern, where the meat is strong and the food is nourishing. So you can see now we're getting our prompt there that we're taking some food from our packing. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of food. Let's go ahead. The prior is already asking if I return the stones. No, buddy, give me some time. Okay. Anyway, Have you heard of the Raiders of the Forest? Oh man, there's a lot of dialogue going on at once here. Okay, let's talk to the innkeeper. I'm gonna go ahead and buy provisions here. And try to max that out because you're just constantly eating. So I don't know, before we venture out and try to find these tablets. Okay. We've got, how many do we have now? What's our inventory looking like? 28 gold and 7 portions of food, so let's buy 2 more. Because, you know, once we're out there in the wilderness, we'll just be chowing down. I did look up and see, like, what a NES speedrun of this looked like, and it was like 10 minutes. So if you just keep to the golden path and run past all the enemies, I think you can do it pretty fast. I don't know if that's true of this Apple II version. Let's ask about rumors, though. Any news from around the kingdom? Dark fog is forming in the northeast. Okay. I think that's where we want to go, is we want to go northeast to tangle with these orcs and try to get those tablets that the prior is hassling us about. If we can make it through the door. Always tricky to navigate a door. Stairs. These things in retro games, they're never guaranteed. So let's go to the path and then get into some combat here. Let's show off the combat in Times of War. I don't think these guys are hostile to us, but we'll start running into some orcs here, I think. Maybe some orcs and some wizards. Typical RPG stuff, you know. But right now I'm just minding my own business, walking on the trail. What could possibly go wrong? It's midday, so maybe that's why there's no enemies. Oh, there we go. Okay. Blasted that guy into bones and dust and a tombstone. It's great. Great 8-bit death animation here. I wonder if that's consistent across every port. Anyway. Let's try to follow the path a little bit. So we can find the orc hideout. Oh, something was dropped here. Let's go ahead and pick it up. Get a bag of gold. Secure the bag. Let's continue along the path. Okay. There's a little hut here. Looking you in the eyes, the woodsman says, "Welcome, friend. Don't get many visitors out here with all the orcs about." Okay. Hopefully I didn't accidentally attack him. You can accidentally attack NPCs that you're not supposed to in this game and kill them. And if they're quest essential, that'll ruin the game for you. So that's good to know. But the woodsman faces you and says, "I love the forest." That's a great line. Let's talk to the woodsman. Let's ask a question. Let's ask about orcs. What do you know about orcs? A vicious lot they are. The road is barely safe to travel with their camp being so close. Let's keep on asking about orcs. Oh, camp. Oh, let's ask about the camp. Okay. What do you know about camp? Looking you in the eyes, the woodsman says, "Beware. It's at the end of a winding trail through the woods. The path is north of the pool, which is further along this forest road." So I've had some trouble. I've played this just a little bit to kick the tires on it, and I've had trouble in the past finding that path. So we'll just see if we can find the pool and find the path to this camp and get anywhere with Times of War here. But let's do a little chit chat and see how life's been treating the woodsman. Oh, all right. Oh, and by the way, I love the forest. Okay, this guy really wants you to know. I like this character. This got surprisingly good writing for this era of RPG. I want him to get out of the way of the door because there is a dagger in there that we can get. I don't know if it's worth trying to get because every time you use it, you throw it and then you have to pick it up. Okay, he's gone in his house. Let's see if we can go in and do the classic old school RPG thing of stealing all his stuff. Maybe we have to wait for him to get into bed. Man, he really doesn't want us to steal his dagger. Maybe I should just go fight some orcs in the meantime. I also did one run of this game, just trying it out, where the woodsman attacked me. And I don't know what I did to trigger that, so that's the thing that you can have happen as well. That's why I was bringing up the NPC aggro thing, is because I didn't know if I had accidentally attacked him this time to trigger that. But he doesn't seem to get annoyed if you steal his dagger. Okay, he's in bed asleep. Let's go ahead and steal his dagger. Don't mind me. Okay. But yeah, we'll see how long we can hang on to this, because every time you use it, you throw it. Then you gotta go pick it up. I don't know if it does more damage or anything, but I'm just gonna try to run past enemies for right now. I don't want to lose that dagger. Let's see if we can find the pool along this trail, and then go north through a winding path through the woods to find the orc camp. So we get these tablets. Do you see a pool yet? I don't. I see some orcs, and I'm assuming those other guys are wizards, but there are also like potions and spells or scrolls that you can get in this game, and you can only get like one of each, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But I think there's a regen potion, which will give you your health back. The other potions and spells I'm not so sure on. So night has fallen though. Trying to keep an eye out for a pool. Okay, there's the pool. Okay, that looks like the pool. So we got to go north from here. So I think if we keep on going along this trail, we'll get to a town, another town, but that's not what we want. We want to go wandering through the woods. Apparently, if we come across the camp, the orc leader will be a different color than the other orcs. So these orcs are green. This orc leader might be blue though. We'll see. I don't know. I've never gotten this far in this game before. This is the first time. This is the first for me with Times of Lore. I'm surprised I never saw this on the NES, but maybe it was kind of like not a huge seller. I don't know, or maybe not hugely popular. But it never, came across my console that I can remember. Oh, I'm also not sure how mazy this this path to the orc camp is. Okay, I think I threw a dagger there at some point. Let's see if do I need to pick it up? It's also really hard to tell. There we go. What's on the ground? Anywhere. Oh man. Hopefully I don't need to be like drawing this out, because that would be bad. There we go. Daggered him. I wonder what my score is. I'm gonna check my score. 1,610 points. That's nice. Okay. Do I have anything else on inventory? Let's see. Okay. 16 gold coins. I've been picking up many gold bags. I've been doing all right on food. I haven't been eating as much as I thought I would. Did I throw my dagger that time or not? It's hard to tell. I did. Okay. I have a feeling that the dagger will be maybe better against the orc captain. Okay. What? Did I not throw my dagger that time? See, this is what I mean by it's impossible to tell where anything is. And I also... Okay, that time I threw my dagger. Okay. It's also hard to tell if you throw the dagger, but... Maybe that's just me. Maybe advanced Times of Lore players can tell all that stuff. Oh man, maybe this is more mazy than I thought. Because these aren't blue orcs, these are just blue wizards, so that's not... It's not anything. Did I throw my dagger? Okay, yes. Eating some food though now. We're just gonna be lost in the woods now? Okay, did I throw my dagger there? Okay, that time I threw it. There it is, okay. He dropped something. Okay, let's grab that. Destro scroll. That seems promising. My health is running a little bit low. You can see there on the right, my candle's getting low. I don't know how low that has to get before you die, but we might find out here today. Oh, this looks promising. This looks like an orc camp. You want to try using a Destro scroll when we have 2 enemies on screen? Let's see. Oh man, I thought that would pause, but okay, there we go. Let's Destro scroll it. Something was dropped. There we go. Does what you would expect when the ruins release their magic. Okay. It destroys everything on screen. Let's get an urn. Okay. Is that a quest item? It made a little noise. That was interesting. Maybe I should have waited until there were more enemies on screen before I used my Destro scroll. My health is not looking great. I need a regen scroll. That would be great. Oh, I collapsed dead. My score is 3,610 points. I don't know if the urn was what I was supposed to get. I think I was supposed to get some tablets, but I think that's going to do it here for me today with Times of Lore for the Apple II. And if you like action RPGs for the Apple II like this, then go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you next time for our next Waza Day.